Alright, hey guys, welcome to Guile University number 5. I am quite tired, and I've been procrastinating on this video for a while now, but I took some notes, and this is not, I don't feel the greatest about these particular notes. I think I'm still left with a lot of questions, but I do have an idea of the basic game plan. I'm going to share that idea, but more importantly, we're going to have a follow-up video to this video, and it's going to be GolcarJack himself over Skype, or however the hell I'm going to work this. He's going to be in a call with me, and I'm going to be asking him some questions about the matchup, and he is going to offer his insights into how he plays this. I'm going to point out some specific little points in the video that had me scratching my head, having me ask questions, and he's gonna tell me what's up. So that's gonna be really cool. Look forward to that. But in the meantime, I find it to be very helpful to me personally, but if I go into these matches myself and really look at and try to make sense of what I'm watching, as opposed to someone just telling me what I should think. So so we're gonna look at a few different things, about 5 or 6 different categories. But so we got the pressure. We're going to talk about how our game plan might adjust for Bison walking forward, being stuck in the corner, beating out scissors, also beating out slide. This is actually a slide beat out, not a scissor beat out. Beating out Psycho Crusher. We're going to talk about our anti-airs, of course, beating out Bison's super. Also something that's unique to this matchup, which is us buffering jumps while in block or hit stun against the Bison's head stomps. And that's gonna be it. I'm gonna try to make this video short. It needs to be short because there isn't a whole lot that I myself can inform you on, other than those small little topics. A lot of this is just gonna be hopefully Jack giving us some insight. And I don't want to rely on this guy every single time I do one of these videos, but when it comes to a little more tricky matchup, or one where I'm left kind of scratching my head a bit, that's where I might want to call on him to see if he can, help us out. Let me just catch my breath here. Oh my god. Whew. Okay. Yeah. Alright, what are we doing here? Alright, so the way this matchup goes, alright, this is my general impression. If I am wrong, well, I don't think I am, but here we go. This is how it goes. Similar to Boxer, we want to keep Bison out, and we want to full screen is of course the best. If we can whittle him down with booms, that's great, right? That's probably not going to happen, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to keep him full screen. We're going to fire booms at him. We're going to, and we're hopefully going to bait him out. For him to do a head stomp at us, and then we can of course flash kick him, get the knockdown, and then of course follow up with pressure. We want to pressure Bison every time we get a knockdown. We can't afford to let this guy just keep getting up for free, and like a meaty sonic boom isn't enough. We need to follow it with pressure, and we got some pressure. Also, pressure in this fight is a little bit unique, and let's just look at a couple. This is really just standard stuff. We go for the cross up, go for the, two crouching leg kicks into boom. Nothing very special there. Let's move on. Okay, we get that, yada yada yada. Go for the jumping jab. Of course, the reason we go for a jumping jab like that is because a jumping jab does not push Bison far away, as opposed to doing a jumping hard kick. Jumping jab keeps him close and allows us to follow up with more pressure. Crouching light kick, boom. Crouching medium kick. Now, this is an interesting point. When we do crouching medium kick in a pressure string, we need to recognize that this is not true pressure at this point. Anything after crouching medium kick isn't real. Alright? The opponent is free to make an action at this point. And I'm not sure if every character is able to do something useful from here, but Bison can. So after a crouch medium kick, as Guile, we often want to throw out a boom. However, as we see, it's not true pressure. Bison can now head stomp and get out of there. But this isn't a lost cause, because since we know that he knows this, right? Every time we go into a pressure situation like that, we need to take note of how Bison is reacting to that situation. If he consistently jumps out after the crouching medium kick, then that's when we need to go for the jump read. Now, it doesn't work out here, but let's check this out, right? First off, I love this pressure, by the way. He gets the knockdown, but then he fires a slow boom, hops forward with a bazooka knee, and then goes to the crouching leg kick. Now, because he did the boom, he's holding back, and I'm sorry, because he's doing the bazooka knee, he holds back, does the crouching leg kick, and after the crouching leg kick, he has enough charge for another boom. So from this point on, it is still true pressure, from what I can tell. Goes to the crouching medium kick, and at this point, if Bison has consistently been jumping after a crouching medium kick, that's when we can say to ourselves, okay, let's go for the read. However, I do think that we don't necessarily have to go for the read, and we can of course ask Jack if I can remember this question. I believe we can kind of sit and wait, right? Is he gonna jump? Maybe. But anyways, Jack decides to go for the jump. However, he gets anti-aired, which, by the way, that's a very interesting anti-air. Regardless, it is Bison's anti-air, and it knocks him out. So, but you see the mini game that's occurring here, right? Our pressures eventually lead us to crouch medium kick, and if Bison consistently decides to jump out from that after us firing a boom, if he believes we're going to boom, I should say. If he believes we're going to boom, he's going to jump. Alright? And if we believe he's going to jump, that's when we should be considering jumping preemptively and hitting him out of the air. It might also be possible to react to that, and that's something I need to find out. And hopefully I can think to ask Jack about that. But yeah, that's the fun little pressure I wanted to talk about. And that's basically it. You guys can go through this video and check out the other pressure examples here, but I have them all written down. But again, we note here that Bison escapes. Bison escapes. And of course, with all the pressure, we can of course end with grabs. Yeah, it's a fun little mix-up here going on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was the big thing I wanted to get from it. That was the biggest thing I gleaned from this, was the whole mini game that I just talked about. But yeah, so pretty cool. We can ask Jack more about that later. So now let's look at this is a kind of a crappy stamp. Like, I don't think I got a whole lot of interesting things happened here. But what I would note here is that when Bison walks forward, we know that he loses all the special moves. The longest range thing he has is his kicks, and that's it. All right, we are free, from what I can tell, we are free to jump backwards, because he can't Psycho Crusher us, he can't scissor us. That sounds weird, sorry. He obviously can't super us. And so yeah. That said, though, his standing medium kick or hard kick, whatever the hell it is, that can knock us out of our sonic boom animation. So we need to be careful about that. It's very fast. It's a trick that he does against the Shoto as well. I mean, really, anyone who shoots a projectile, that's one of Bison's main tools in the neutral game. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Stuck being in the corner, this is just a thing that, I don't know, man. Like, this is the nightmare situation. You get in this situation, the game might be over for you, honestly. There's not a ton of things we can really do. But yeah, like after the scissors, like he is an advantage from what I can tell. He is totally in advantage. I don't really know what happened there. I don't know. I need to pick Jack's brain on this. Really, just oftentimes when we look at a bad situation and we say, what do we do? Sometimes the answer is just not to get in the situation in the first place. But sometimes it happens. We need to know. We need to know what our options are, if they do exist, which they do. We have two options available to us. We have reversal throw. We have flash kick. But I would love to get some insight on, you know, At the very least, if we have to play a guessing game, you know, we need to at least know what we should be guessing, right? You know, you can't play rock, paper, scissors if you don't know what rock, paper, and scissors are. So, yeah. Man, alright. Beating out scissors, let's check this out. Now, there's only two things that can beat it out, from what I can tell, beyond flash kick, right? Well, even flash, I don't know, flash kick wouldn't work either, honestly. I don't think. This is cool, though. Look at that. Get him out of there. It's pretty cool. It doesn't always work, though. Like, there's certain ranges where this doesn't work, and I want to look at that real quick here. Yeah, I don't know. This seems like it's really range dependent, you know? It doesn't always work. It's like his feet aren't something we can punch, it looks like. Like we can punch, I don't know. I guess what we can learn from that is it's gonna beat the scissors like through like the 2/3 of the scissors animation we can beat out with a standing jab. After that, I don't think we can do much about it. But again, we can see what Jack says. One more time, we're gonna look at how to beat out scissors. A Sobat. Sobat we often use at the very start of the round. It seems to just be a great option. And we're going to look at that right now. Come on. Boom. So Sobat trades, feet of size of scissors. And it looks like about like an even trade. We might have lost out a little bit, but at the very least, we have established a distance from Bison, which is great. We want to keep a distance away from this guy. So in that sense, it's a victory. What was I literally was thinking of something, now it's gone. Man, I'm brain dead right now. Holy shit. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's it for scissors. For scissors, you know, not punish or you know whatever trades. Let's look at a slide. So there's a couple things. So this is an example of a poorly spaced slide. Now, when this happens and you can recognize that it was really poorly spaced, like there's really poorly spaced, and then there's poorly spaced, and then there's safe, right? This is a really poorly spaced. Jack's answer here is not optimal. The better answer would have been to do crouch medium punch into flash kick. That's going to give us a knockdown, that's going to allow us to pressure, and that's exactly what we want. The crouch medium punch into sonic boom, this is not ideal, but that's okay, we all make mistakes. But since we looked at an example of a scissors thing there, let's look at one more. What is this? Oh shit, what was I gonna look at? Damn, oh yeah, wait. Wow. Well, what I wanted to look at, oh, here we go. Right. Yeah, okay. Jesus. I just could not think of what the hell it was. Yeah, so I don't know if every Guile would agree to do this in this matchup, as this is a very laggy move. But step kick does in fact beat out scissors. I'm sorry, slide. It beats out slide. If done at the right range. Yeah, of course you have to do it preemptively. And so yeah, it's a bit of a read. It's a bit risky. So it might not be something that I want to do, but I'm going to try it out because, you know, why not? Was there anything more on that? Yeah, okay then. So we want to talk about really badly spaced and well spaced. So check this out. So it goes for the slide just shortly here. So we got to recognize that this is a well-spaced slide. When this lands, look where he's landing. I don't even think our crouch medium punch would be able to connect. This is a really bad spot for us. I don't know, because now we know Bison has charge, but he actually jumps away here. I wonder why. That might have been a misinput. I don't know. The point is though, yeah, slide can totally be safe on block. I don't know if he has frame advantage, but I kind of assume he does have it. That was cool. All right, that's a weird. That was just weird. Okay, okay. Moving on. That's not part of the video. So let's see. What have we looked at? Scissors being stuck in the corner. Yeah, this is just a funny little thing. This is not reliable. More often than not, we're gonna get hit, or it's gonna be a bad trade. So this is not something I would recommend unless you are in super dire straits, and this just has to work. Because let's look at why this is so ridiculous. Okay, look how that Cycle Crusher is like consuming his arm, but because Standing Light Punch, the arm is completely invincible, he isn't hit yet. But also notice that Bison isn't hit yet, despite his active Standing Light Punch being inside of Bison. So if Standing Light Punch was just forever extended, right? It was just like static, like it was just there forever, then Guile's Standing Light Punch would always beat out Cycle Crusher. But because this is a very quick move, you would need to have a damn turbo pad to reliably stuff this. So it's not something you really want to do. Jack was doing this because he was expecting a scissors kick, not the Cycle Crusher. But this can work. It's just, it's really not reliable. The risk reward isn't worth it. You're better off just blocking it. Alright. So now I want to look at real quickly here the jump buffering. This is just a unique little mini game to this matchup. When we throw, like, inevitably we're going to be blocking head stomps. It's just going to happen. So check it out. He head stomps, and Jack just buffers a jump and goes to the hard punch. Now, why did he do this, right? Like, why? Because in this example, like, nothing happened, right? Well, okay. So what I think what I understand is this. And we have other examples of this not working, and I want to ask Jack about that. But the way I understand it for the moment is when Bison does a head stomp, he can follow up with another aerial. He comes down kind of like in the air with like a punch thing. I don't know, it looks like a weird belly flop or something. But if we read which direction Bison is going to do it in, then we can knock him out of the air, regardless if the head stomp is blocked or not. If we can even do this when we're hit, which is crazy. Let's and actually this might not be what I was thinking, but let's just look at it though. So in that spot, Bison came down with a follow-up aerial from the right. Jack buffered left and went for the jumping hard punch. Had he guessed right and Bison did that follow-up to the left, then Jack would have hit out Bison. Well, let's look one more. Well, I think this is one where Jack actually does hit him. Let's see. We're gonna boom. Bison reacts to the boom. This is like the scary thing, is that he actually gets hit, but goes for the follow-up aerial, and Jack jumps up and meets him in the air. So he buffers that jump despite getting hit. He's still able to buffer that. So that's pretty cool. I should also note too that it's a shame that I didn't put this in the damn video, but we can also, you know, jump after we throw a boom and hit him out of the air too. But like, I don't know. It seems like it's a bit of a. If you watch this video, this fight, there's often times where Jack is just jumping. He's expecting him to do the head stomp, so he's actually just jumping preemptively, repeatedly, with hard punch, because he's just jumping back, like prepping himself to do a jumping hard punch. This matchup seems to be a lot more read heavy than what I'm comfortable with. But I think that's when you know, reading habits is really going to come into play as a useful skill to have. But I wish I had got more footage of that, so my apologies. But again, let's look at more examples of the buffering a head stomp, buffering jumps and a head stomp. He gets hit, and he meets him in the air once again. So this seems to only work if Bison goes for that follow-up aerial, and that's really just, that's all I can glean from that. But I do have some notes here as well. Let's look at this. This is where things don't quite work out for Jack, I believe, and I was going to ask him about this. Let's see what happens. I actually don't remember what this clip is of. So he gets hit. That was weird. That was weird. I don't, whatever. Okay, let's see, let's look, I thought, oh shit, I really wanted to get more, because I know this like has some spots where this like didn't work. Yeah, whatever, not a big deal. Okay, but yeah, that's basically it. I think all we have left now is just to look at the anti-airs. Let's see. Yeah, right? That's it. That's it. Oh, no, wait. Let's just look at... Jesus, man. I did this video once before and it was like too long, so I wanted to redo it. But yeah, let's look at real quickly. I don't think we need to really look at this very long. But if we want to beat out supers, if we hit from the air, we can knock it out. And let's look at one more. We don't need to look at that many because it's all the same thing. Well, except for the flash kick. This was cool. I mean, if it's gonna beat it in the air, then certainly a flash kick would work. I mean, a flash kick has invincibility frames, and that super was, you're catching the super like, you know, after it's already been active for a little bit. So he has no more. So Bison has no more invincibility. So of course that's gonna work. But I don't think I think that's more rare than anything. All right, one more. He's probably he jumps back. Had Guile gone for the boom, which I think that's what Bison was expecting, this would not have worked. But anyways, a jump back hard punch is also going to work, and jump back hard kick as well is going to work. So that's cool. Yeah, so that's that. Real quickly though, let's look at his anti-airs. So one thing that's cool though is that this is kind of repeating itself. What we saw with Chun-Li is kind of applying here. This is a very similar spacing to what we were looking at against Chun-Li. Like, that's basically the same damn thing. So there you go. There's that, and that's really the exact spacing, and you're going to see this working for everything. However, I want to note this because this occurs a few times in this fight. Now, note we said that Sabat backwards is good because it covers a couple things, right? It's going to stop the scissors or the cycle crusher, right? But even in the instance where he doesn't do that, where he goes for the jump, we actually still have time for the anti-air as well. So that's really nice. Really nice. So keep that in mind. So that's it for the same medium punch. Really, guys, it's like the same damn thing. Nothing to really analyze too hard here. And yeah, the theme of the close standing medium kick is, of course, is if their dick is in your face, that is when you want to do it, you know. However, in every instance here, it was in fact a trade. So I don't know if we can ever get a clean hit against him with this, but again, there you go. He's right on top of us. That's when we let go of the stick and do that, you know, crouch medium kick. Standing close medium kick. All right, so that's it, guys. That's really all I wanted to show you. There is going to be the follow-up video again with Jack talking about things in a little more detail, and perhaps he can give us some cool insights. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. That's really all I wanted to talk about. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, take care, peace, bye-bye.